They say you never get a second chance at a first impression, but I feel like Sony, their first party or third parties that want to work with PlayStation, always seem to get that second chance at a really stellar first impression. And every generation they seem to have the content that defines that generation. So the PlayStation 4 had content that defined console gaming in that generation. Even if gameplay wasn't for you, let's say defined it in terms of what was capable on console graphically. That's what they did with the PlayStation 4 generation. And at the end of the PlayStation 4 generation and the beginning of the PlayStation 5, we have these stellar games that define even the beginning of this generation. There isn't anything on Xbox or Nintendo that comes close to these late-gen PS4 titles that are now getting new life on the PlayStation 5. Think about early 2022 and beginning that year with Horizon Forbidden West. Graphically, even though that's a cross-gen title, once again, they're going to demonstrate how they're able to define the generation when it comes to graphics on consoles. And even though it's a cross-gen title, it's probably going to look better than even first-party offerings from Xbox in early 2022. That includes Forza Horizon and Halo Infinite. So I managed to get my hands on Death Stranding Director's Cut, and I've spent a few hours with it. Not as much time as I'd like to, but I did play the game when it released on my PlayStation 4 Pro. Never finished the game, got really close to the end, but I wanted to pick it up again because when I first saw it on the PlayStation 4 Pro, I was struck with just how amazing the game looked. Once again, this is a title in a game that had no business being able to run on the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it spoke to the strength of third-party relationships with PlayStation and Sony's first-party tech, utilizing that Decima engine that was used early on in Killzone Shadowfall, then in Until Dawn, which was a great game, and again, graphically one of the best games last generation, and then ending up with Death Stranding, one of the best looking games last generation, one of the best looking games this generation already. And of course, let's not forget about Horizon Zero Dawn, which utilized Decima, and of course, Forbidden West, which I'm going to guarantee is going to be the best looking game you can play next year on any console. I was really struck with how amazing the game looks now on the PlayStation 5. The level of detail that was there already is shot to 100 when it comes to this game. You can see the individual pores, the animation, and this is an in-engine cutscene. I know what you're saying, in-engine cutscenes don't look like gameplay. Well, in this game, on the PlayStation 5, they do. The level of detail is absolutely incredible. And what's great about this game is this is a gamer's game. If you've been playing games a long time, there are no new genres for you because you've played them all. So if you've been playing games for 30 years, things tend to get a bit stale. This, however, was completely fresh. It wasn't about point A to point B. Point A, you have an objective. Make it to point B, you have an objective. It was about in between point A and point B, the terrain and the landscape and the journey. That was the gameplay. I'm just amazed with how many games they have to lean on this generation to buy their studio's time. I mean, they've got Last of Us 2. That's already one of the best looking games you can play. Looks better on the PlayStation 5. Ghost of Tsushima, they upgraded. They have Horizon Zero Dawn upgraded. Now they have Death Stranding upgraded. It's just an incredible bevy of games. And again, the high point of last generation is the high point early this generation when it comes to content on your PlayStation 5. And that's in addition to all of the other games they've already released, like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Demon's Souls, Returnal, and Astrobot, which came with the console. And again, that's an incredible platformer. You've got a demo for the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller and an additional full platforming game, which is one of the best platformers that you can play. Now, gameplay is something that is subjective. Some people might like gameplay, other people might not like gameplay, but a game can still be gorgeous, can still set the benchmark graphically, even if you don't like the gameplay. And again, that is something that cannot be denied when it comes to PlayStation and Sony, whether or not it's their first party or these deals that they're making with third parties that utilize their own in-house tools. This is an in-house engine developed by a Sony studio that's shared among all of their other first-party studios. This is why they continue to lead the industry in terms of genre-defining games that completely look like they're a generation ahead of any of their competitors. So early on this generation, I feel like I'm getting much more out of the PlayStation 5 than I am my Xbox Series S, because even though I'm playing these last generation games that are upgraded, much like Microsoft's doing with their last generation games didn't look this good. And to me, subjectively, they didn't play this good. But objectively, again, they were not this good looking. And they're even better when they're upgraded on the PlayStation 5. And I think this speaks to the strength and the promise that most people have when they're running out and buying PlayStations, that the future titles, the future iterations of, say, this in-house Decima engine leading to PlayStation 5 only games is going to give them genre-defining games above and beyond what their competitors can produce. Now, that's yet to be seen, but based on what they've done every generation and playing this new Death Stranding Director's Cut, I'm confident that whatever they create is going to set the benchmark in this generation between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series consoles. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Share this video out on your favorite social media platform of choice. Think about subscribing to the channel. At the very least, hit that like button. It would help me grow the channel. Again, Death Stranding looks incredible on the PlayStation 5. I can't wait to get back into this world. It's an incredibly unique story, an incredibly unique world, great characters, and gameplay that is so different and so unique that once you're hooked, you can't stop. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.